Hi everyone, this is module number 170 for the subject of strategic human resource management, and we will continue to compare employee engagement with the constructs uh, which are very similar to employee engagement. We have talked about job satisfaction and commitment, and now we will see that another construct or another variable which has been closely investigated or which resembles same like employee engagement is known as employee involvement. So, employee involvement or employee engagement, are these two constructs different, or how much they are same, or whether they are really same? So we will talk about this in this module. So what is job involvement? Once we understand what is job involvement, and once we understand what is employee engagement, then we would be able to compare them and see the similarities and differences between the two. The job involvement suggests a psychological identification with one's work and a cognitive preoccupation. So, job involvement is when employees are actively giving suggestions, or when employees have given the power to make decisions related to their job. So, involvement is slightly in that terms is different from engagement, because in involvement, that are the organizational policies that facilitate you to get involved in the job, and that is through empowerment and power sharing. So, one's work and cognitive preoccupation. So, whereas flow is absorption in work tasks such that time seems to fly. So, this is what we say, time seems to fly by when you are really involved in your job. So, that is the flow and that is the momentum of your job, that you are so engaged and so absorbed in your job that the time flies. And this is what we call that as a result of involvement in your work or involvement related to task you are doing in the organization. So there are clear commonalities with these two constructs and aspects of engagement. So people have found that, okay, involvement, employee engagement. Employees are involved in their job, or employees are engaged in their job. A lot of commonalities that when employees are involved, they think about how they can improve their job, and they think about how they can make whatsoever they are doing in a better way, how they can enhance the quality of their work, how they can enhance the services they are providing to their clients. So, in other words, employee involvement seems like that it is very close to the employee engagement. However, flow and involvement captures just one aspects of engagement and does not reflect the behavioral and attitudinal elements. So that is the one aspect of engagement, that is cognitive involvement or psychological involvement. However, it looks like that there is something which is different between the two. Both may have some commonalities, but it is very hard to say that okay, both are same. Another way is to look at what are the antecedents of job engagement and what are the antecedents of involvement. Do they have the same antecedents? Antecedents means what drive engagement and what drive involvement. So, if the antecedents are different for engagement and if the antecedents are different for involvement, it also suggests that these two things are different. So, SEX 2006 notes that flow is temporary, whereas engagement is a longer term and more holistic view of involvement, or more holistic involvement. So, if we look at the antecedents of involvement, they refer to giving you the power, giving you the rewards, giving you the knowledge, and giving you the information. So, these four factors or these four characteristics actually help you to get involved in your job. You have the power to make decision, you have the information that what you want to do, what organization is asking you to do, how is your performance. So you are being informed what is your business strategy, what is the goal of the organization. So you have the information about that. You have the power, you have the information. Can you make the right decision for the organization? May not be, because You have the power and information, but not knowledge to do so. So, knowledge is another antecedent of employee engagement. You have the power, you have the knowledge, you have the information. Would you be involved in your job? Perhaps not, because people work for organizations to receive some economic and social benefits. So, economic aspect is missing. You you need to think about how to improve your job. You need to keep on inventing new ways of doing things or doing better things at workplace. You need to be rewarded for it. When employees don't see a reward for it, they are not involved in their job. However, on the other side, if we look at the engagement, that is more of a psychological thing, that it is you like your job, it is meaningful, the job characteristics are important, the psychological safety and availability is important. So, in other words, if you look at the antecedents of involvement and if you look at the antecedents of job engagement, both are quite different. So, this is one way we can think of that whether two constructs are different or not. Outcomes may be same, that for example the result of involvement may be greater performance, and outcome of engagement might be a greater performance. The outcome of involvement might be less turnover, or outcome of engagement might be less turnover, or greater retention for both. But because the antecedents are different, the practices that help employees to involve and that helps employees to engage are different, it is difficult to say that involvement and engagement are the same thing or the same name of two the two different names of the same phenomenon. Researchers have almost reached at a consensus that employee engagement and involvement are two different things. Thank you.